Hello YouTube, I want to talk about something that I personally wish there was a video on, and it's called the iPod Touch alternative, okay? Now, if any of you watch WWDC, this new iPod Touch came out for $230. It's the 16 gig. Before it was 32 gig for $300. Now, I think this is a good idea, but there's a few things I do not like about what they did here. One, they removed the back camera. Okay, I don't know if anyone really used the back camera or not, but if you're going to pay $230 for something like this, can they add a little more? I mean, they're pretty much pushing you to purchase the $300 one, which looks nice and all, but it's very expensive for what you're getting. Especially you can get a tablet like the one I'm showing this on you right now for $250, and you get 32 gigs. So you save yourself $50 and get a bigger screen. So for me, I wanted to look for a iPod Touch alternative, preferably Android. And when I was looking, most of you may have found a Galaxy Player 4.2 was one of the ones I was thinking about getting. But the thing that really drew me away was, one, the screen resolution is 800 by 480. The screen's 4.2 inches, which I think is a nice size. Then I heard it was slower than the others, but the other ones are not as thin and light. They're heavier and bulkier, and I just didn't want to deal with that. The one thing I wanted was micro SD compatibility, and I wanted a dual core processor and a gig of RAM, please. And so I was shopping around, and about a few months ago, I found this. A Droid bionic. I got it from eBay used. And you save yourself some money here too, because most of these are going for like $100. I got mine for $80, but there's one down there for like $75 and such. They're getting quite cheap. And they run Jelly Bean. The Galaxy players are still stuck on gingerbread, sadly. That was the other thing that drew me away, because my tablet runs Jelly Bean, but I wanted something that will run Jelly Bean, not gingerbread. So I found this, and it runs Google Now too. Let me show you here in a minute. And this is my Droid Bionic, and it has an OtterBox, thankfully. And I wanted something that ran Jelly Bean and had Google Now, and the Droid Bionic does. It got upgraded to Jelly Bean 4.1.2 back in April. Google, what is the weather going to be like tomorrow? It's a little slow at times. Actually, every once in a while it does, but at least it has it. It is an old phone. But when it runs games, it runs them fine. And the 4.3 inch screen is actually really good for watching movies. As soon as this pulls up. Sometimes it goes fast, sometimes it goes not so fast. But I think it depends on your internet connection. And it is not working right now. But also the thing is, it has a front-facing camera for Skype, which is nice. Which I'm connected to Skype right now. And it runs games really well. Tiny Tower. I'll show you one high-end game. Find it. Now be careful when you purchase unlocked phones. You don't have to go with the Droid Bionic. I mean, there's a Samsung Galaxy S2. There is the Samsung Galaxy, the Galaxy Nexus, a few HTC phones. There's a lot to choose from when you're looking to an unlocked phone. Make sure they have good ESNs. Even though you're not going to be using it as a phone, a good ESN means that it was paid for. In other words, the person on contract paid it off, the contract's over. With bad ESNs, either it did not get paid off or it may be stolen. Now for me, when I got my Bionic, it wasn't working very well. How do I say it? I had to FXZ it because it wouldn't accept the Jelly Bean update, and it was still on gingerbread. I do not understand what happened, but I got the problem fixed since running stock Jelly Bean. FX Zenit was a little difficult if you ever run into that problem. What you have to do is you have to keep your laptop unplugged when you have the bionic plugged into your laptop. Because I was keeping my laptop plugged in and it wouldn't work, and then I went and unplugged my laptop and it just suddenly started working. If you guys do have any problems like that with your bionic, tell me, because I have the files you need to fix it. And if you need some help, I've already done it. It's a little on the difficult side at first, but once you get to it, you start to say, yeah, this was definitely worth it. It does wipe your phone on some occasions, depending on which your FX Zenit. If you're getting a modified one, it'll wipe your phone and remove your root, which is the one I did, because it used to be rooted. But I decided to unroot to get it to Jelly Bean, and I finally did. I'm going to wait on rooting it, because right now it's working just fine. As I said, it's a little slow at times. Like right now, it's loading. There we go. But at least it run it. The Galaxy players couldn't even run this game, and they were extremely laggy. This has, I think, 1.5 gigabytes of RAM. And for what you're getting, it's good. I have a 32 gigabyte class 10 memory card on here. I have like 16 movies, several ROMs for my PlayStation 1 emulator, which you can see in one of the videos I made, and My Boy, which is the Game Boy Advance emulator. I have quite a bit of those. And yeah, and also when you use a micro SD card, it saves the game on that. So if you do wipe your phone, you still have all your saved games, which is really nice. And so it has an HD camera with dual LEDs, which the Galaxy players did not have very good cameras. If you want, I will show you some of the footage that I've taken with the Droid. It's really decent. I mean, it's not spectacular, but it is HD. You can tell that it's very well done. I personally like it. The other reason I wanted something smaller was so when I played Game Boy Advance games like this, it's a little more natural feeling, because I used to have a Game Boy Advance, and something about stretching your fingers across the tablet isn't just very nice, but it's kind of nice to do this. And you can also save your place wherever you are. This is something I don't believe iPods have yet, unless you're jailbroken, so it's kind of nice to have this. Emulators work great on here. If you want, I'll show you the PlayStation 1. It's more of the graphic intensive games that can kind of bring it down a little bit, but it can usually get the job done, which is nice. And for the price you're paying for it, for $100, I paid $80 for mine. It's not that bad. It's actually really good, and it came with the outer box. I mean, it's a really nice phone, and it has Jelly Bean and all that. And what it has over the iPod is that in the case of an emergency, you can't call 911 with these things, because they're still connected to Verizon, but they can only make 911 calls. And if at any time like your current phone just like drops the bucket, this is a 4G phone. So, I mean, when this first came out, it was $300, I believe. And then an extra $150, you got the lap dock, which I do not have, but I have considered getting one. The screen on here, I think, was like 600 by 900, which is decent. It's not exactly up to par with the more current phones, but I see it looks nice. It looks decent. It's better than the Galaxy players. I think it's about the same as the iPod Touch, I believe. I didn't look. I can look. Probably here in the next few minutes. I'll probably put it down in the description, but it's decent. And I mean, $80. You say the iPod Touch 16 gig, because all Droid Bionics have 16 gigs of onboard storage. You're saving yourself about $100, a little more than $100 doing this way. And for me, it was also because I wanted to connect it with Android, because I love Android. One thing I did not like about this phone at all is the fact that the micro SD card, you cannot put apps on it. Like, you can't You can't go into the settings and say move apps to SD card with this, which did annoy me at first, but with the amount of memory you have, 16 gigabytes is actually quite a bit for a device this small, because apps are not as big as it is on the 16 gig Nexus 7. What I'm trying to get to is that the apps are bigger for the tablet because it has to fit the large screen, where the apps are smaller on this. Some of the apps are like, most of the time, a gigabyte. I have a lot of really good paid apps. More videos. Right now I'm making videos without uploading them immediately. Like, I have another video that will probably be uploaded soon, and this is my second one I'm making. So I'm kind of making videos and then editing them all together, and then you'll probably see multiple video uploads to kind of make up for the week. So please stay subscribed. Please do not unsubscribe. I am working hard on getting new videos out. I am not leaving YouTube anytime soon. Well, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And I will hopefully see you guys in the next video, whenever that comes. Thank you. And bye. It's actually kind of fun. Well, I'll see you guys in the next video. Now, this is the Droid Bionic without its case on. It's actually kind of thin. Oops. See if I had a load. No, I didn't. Everything works fine as usual. It's usually pretty fast. I mean, I've never had lag with this emulator at all. And since how the PlayStation 1 was my very first console, it's kind of nice to see things from my past, be able to play these games again. Now, they are working on a GameCube and Wii emulator. Dolphin's working on that. It's pre-alpha, so don't expect anything amazing just yet. But I like the fact that developers are finally starting to push the limits with Android. This is like a over-glorified version of Galaga. It's actually kind of fun. Well, I'll see you guys in the next video.